I'm back after a few weeks off, and it's Oxford United taking on Shrewsbury down here at the Greenhouse Meadow, and Oxford have sprung a few changes for their side today. It's almost a 4-4-1-1. Let's run through that side for you. Eastwood in goal. Two full backs will be Raglan on the right, Scars on the left, with Dunkley and Nelson your centre halves. Engine room is Ledson and Rothwell. On the right is Sercombe, on the left is Johnson. Maguire is in behind Kane Hemmings at the top of the park. Rob Hall is on the bench. Join me throughout the afternoon at BBC Oxford Sport on the Twitter to see exactly how to use Get On at Bottom Club Shrewsbury this afternoon. 15 minutes down here at the Greenhouse Meadow, and it's Shrewsbury 0, Oxford United 0. Shrewsbury, though, in fairness, having the better of the exchanges at the start. Eastwood hasn't had to make a save, but they have been passing and keeping the ball a lot better than Oxford United, who are struggling somewhat at the moment to keep hold of the football. Time will tell to see who exactly goes on to win this game. Keep joining me throughout the afternoon. It's currently Shrewsbury 0, Oxford United 0, and we've got the referee with the most loudest whistle I've ever heard. 19 minutes gone down here at the Greenhouse Meadow. Shrewsbury Town have taken a lead through Leeds Smith, who scored after an uncharacteristic error there from Simon Eastwood, who let a shot squirm through his fingertips up onto the crossbar and back down. I can tell you right behind this goal that Leeds Smith went to dive and header it, rolled over the ball and used his hands, but it's counted. The referee looked at his assistant, nobody said there was handball, and a goal stands. 19 minutes gone, Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. 30 minutes gone down here at the Greenhouse Meadow. It's Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0, courtesy of that AJ Leach Smith goal on 19 minutes. I'm sure there was plenty of hand in there, but the referee and the referee's assistant didn't see it. Maguire has mustered a shot for Oxford United, and Eastwood's made a fine stop low to his right hand side from Dodds, but it's been the home side that have pushed the visitors back time and time again. Oxford look a little bit nice. They need to get a little bit nasty and force the bottom side back. I tell you what, there's shades of Coventry all over again this season for Oxford United. Here after half an hour, it's Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0.
1 minute of additional
In time added on down here at the Greenhouse Meadow, it is still Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. Kane Hemmings and Chris Maguire have not really seen the ball, just one shot really Oxford have mustered on target. They haven't really troubled the rear guard of Shrewsbury at all. That goal on 19 minutes, I'm still saying, plenty of hand in there by A.G. Leach Smith, but it doesn't matter. It's on the record books as being 1-0 to Shrewsbury. Oxford have really got to find their feet. I'm sure at half time Michael Appleton will be peeling the paint off the walls, because Oxford cannot play as bad again in the second 45. That I can assure you. Those magnificent Oxford United fans here are just starting to get a little bit fidgety. At the break here, or in time added on at the end of the first half, it's Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. Well, almost 15 minutes gone down here in the second half at the Greenhouse Meadow, and it's still Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. But 15 minutes of half-time action from Michael Appleton has set the tone for the second half, because they call it at this time of year with my poppy remembrance. And remember, it's what Oxford have done. How to attack in the second half. Kane Hemmings, point blank header saved by Halstead. There's been shots fired in, there's been set pieces going in. Johnson getting beyond his man Grimmer to get some crosses in as well. It all bodes well for Oxford United, but where was this performance in the first half? There's still 30 minutes to go. They still trail by that goal after 19 minutes, handled in by AJ Leach Smith. That's enough of that. Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. Into the 73rd minute down here at the Greenhouse Meadow, and it's still Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. And Oxford United's bright start to the second half somewhat fizzled out. They've made their first change. Rob Hall is on. Sercombe's gone into the middle of the park. Ryan Ledson's gone off, and Rob Hall has come on the right hand side. Just had a shot very close by Sercombe, but it does allow me to tell you of what is a beautiful sunset here over the Greenhouse Meadow. Lovely hues of orange and pink and blue and grey, all mixed up and intertwined as the night skies fall. Nicely, but that just tells you I'm looking at the sky instead of the football. Still Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. Inside the final 7 minutes here, it is still Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. That 19th minute goal put in by AJ Leach Smith. Oxford still trying to find that equaliser. Scars has gone off, Johnson's gone back to left back, and Wes Thomas has come on at the top of the park, but still Oxford can't seem to atone from that one Eastwood slip in the first half. 900 Oxford fans behind me in a crowd, slightly disappointed with what's gone on today, but there's still time. Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0. In Time added on down here. The 900 Oxford United fans start packing their stuff up because, quite frankly, the fare hasn't been good enough today. The second half has been better, but that 19th minute AJ Leach's goal seems to be settling the tide the way of the bottom club again. Oxford lost to Coventry when they were bottom. It looks as though they could lose here against Shrewsbury by 1-0. We're in time added on at the end of the second half. Shrewsbury 1, Oxford United 0.